Hi, Sandy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the channel. Before we kick into today's video, just a quick bit of ground rules about what we do. So as always, there's no pause and there is no talking during the video. You get to enjoy the video. We get to enjoy the video. At the end, we will share our honest feedback, whether it's constructive feedback about what we would like to, or what we'd like to change, or whether it's amazing and then we think it's a brilliant song. Either way, it will be completely honest. With that in mind, let's just get straight into the video.
The fire burn. I won't surrender my spirit. I won't give up my life. I live this day to the last breath with you all by my side. We've been trying so long. We've been fighting so hard. When all things must perish and the heavens fall apart. And the heavens fall apart. From a black sky, when hell breaks loose on earth, when oceans rise over landscapes, when all your dams will burst, we won't join into the choir of people lashing out. We'll live this day to the last breath, and we will live it loud. We've been trying so long, we've been fighting so hard, when all things must perish and the heavens fall apart. And the heavens fall apart. We're dancing in the dark. No tomorrow, no regret. We're dancing in the dark. For tomorrow we'll be dead. No fear, no pain, no grief digging in my head. We're dancing in the dark. No tomorrow, no regret.
Okay, there we go. So that was, it did come up on the screen, Beyond the
Which European country are they from is the question.
You always are. I should really
Come
check.
on, if they're not from Europe, I'll be astonished.
They've got to be somewhere in
Scandinavia.
Europe. I tell you what, when you guys do your feedback, I will find out the details on the screen in a second. But I'm going to predict one thing about your feedback. I'm going to say Andy really likes how they cut together the behind the scenes tour footage into the video. That's my only guess. Is that what Andy's going to say towards some of that?
That's the subplot.
No, didn't like it. Andy, you
wasn't much of that, to be honest. But yeah, that's always a nice feature. But I didn't particularly pick up on that.
Oh, okay, go on, Andy. Give us your feedback then.
You say it's a new song, Dave, but it's obviously a sing-along crowd favourite. If the sort of the footage is anything to go by, I feel I know the name of the band and the vocalist looks familiar. You perhaps can Google this while we're chatting as well. She's sort of one of these well-known sort of vocalists who's been in a number of bands of this ilk. You know, I feel she looks and sounds very familiar, but I can't place her.
Okay.
I think we touched on it very earlier in a more recent review. The guitars are non-existent, apart from a passage a few bars before the second verse, and obviously the solos where they've obviously done that. Crank the volume right up. They're virtually non-existent, aren't they? It's just her vocals and the percussive elements and the drums that are driving this song. Nothing spectacular, I'm afraid to say. There's probably a lot of this kind of thing out there. Didn't blow me away, to be honest. In a recent video, we've sort of mentioned our friends from the North Island metal scene. Did anyone notice Alistair from A Different Engine on drums? No. Perhaps you don't know that particular man, but he's got a doppelganger in Beyond the Black, but nothing I'm going to explore again, I don't think. I mean, her vocals were okay, nothing groundbreaking. There's a lot better out there, I believe, but I'd be interested to see what you guys think as well.
Kirk?
First of all, why is that not on Napalm Records? Or is it on Napalm Records? That's the type of band that they would sign to add to their roster.
It is on Napalm Records.
There we go.
Nice, yeah. And I'm guessing Austria or Germany they're from.
Germany.
Germany, right, okay. There's another band who put an album out this week from Germany called League of Distortion, and that had a similar production, overproduced, stadium rock, isn't it? With the crowning achievement of a dramatic chorus, which they're very successful at conveying. But I think that's just because of endless repetition. I could sing that chorus back to you because you just kept repeating it. So it was more, what's the term? More of an earworm than anything.
Yeah.
In a previous video, we were talking about the definition of a sensation as something that's beyond logic. It's a feeling that overwhelms you. I didn't experience that listening to this music. I can appreciate it though. Yeah, good drum production, like Andy, guitars, no imagination other than for the guitar solos. I love how she's singing and playing that marching snare at the beginning. That for some reason that just looked comical. And I apologize, I wasn't laughing to be disrespectful. I've just never seen it before. Like when we were doing a review of that Morgoth video where he's being chased and doing the vocals in the cemetery. It's just so unusual. So it just made me laugh a bit there. Yeah, I wouldn't listen to it again. The fact that I could guess that they were on Napalm Records and were from a European country tells you everything really. There's so much out there like this. What do we call it? Modern stadium metal?
They put it under symphonic metal, but there's nothing symphonic really about that for me. But then this is one song we're judging it on, so I don't really know the rest of their catalogue to be able to guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'd rather listen to this than Death Heaven or any of the trendier bands, but I could not sit through an album of that, unfortunately. However good her voice is, however powerful the mix is, however much adrenaline there is in the music, it's still formulaic. It just doesn't do it for me, unfortunately.
I think I'd enjoy a live performance. You know, if you used to catch that band as a support act for somebody, I think I'd probably enjoy their set. But like you, Kirk, I wouldn't go back to any of their recorded stuff.
Okay, so my turn. I'm going to disagree with both of you on this one, I'm afraid. I actually thought her voice was great in the point of that what she's trying to do with it is she's trying to not be too operatic or anything. She's trying to be a kind of rock vocal. and trying to get that across. So I thought she did a great job at it. I thought the song was good because it did exactly what they targeted that song to do, which is a sing-along song. It's a song that's been designed when they wrote it for audience participation. They're not trying to do anything else special with it. I knew that one of the comments you'd say is about how the guitars aren't doing anything. I mean, we could literally, me and Andy could go and grab our guitars now and play that track, literally listen along to it and work out exactly what they're doing. I loved it when the solo kicked in because it gave them something a bit more interesting going on with the guitars and the drums. But I'm taking that song for what it was designed to do, which is audience participation. They constantly getting those guys to put their arms in the air. They want to get the crowd to feel part of that experience, and I think they did a great job of doing that. I can't judge the rest of the songs because we don't know what they like. One thing I did find a little interesting about so you raised a question about the singer. There's nothing else. Her name is Jennifer Habden. Doesn't mention anything about any other bands. But they released 2 albums, 2004 and 2016. And in 2016, the singer parted ways with every other person in the band and got all brand new members into the band and continued as the band. So it must have been her band that she formed. But there's something interesting there. When you lose every single member of your band in one go, there must have been either a massive direction change, something that wasn't working, and then she's built a new band around her. Which I found quite an interesting, because usually you like lose a guitarist or a drummer or something, but not your entire band goes sod it, we've had enough. So I'd really like to get, there's no information about why that happened. It just said they parted ways, but I think there's an interesting story there. I'd love to try and find out what happened there and why. But I think they did really well. I do feel, because I've listened to this at least once before, because I wasn't sure about whether to bring this to the channel. So I listened to it and I put it in my no pile to bring to the channel because I didn't think there was enough for you guys to bite onto. And then I listened to it again. I was like, actually, no, there is something there for what it is. What it is, it's crowd participation. And I think they've designed it specifically for that. They've not written it as an album song. They've written it as a live performance. And I think that's where I've taken that on board from.
Yeah, in some ways, you're right. If that's the intention, it is ultimately successful, isn't it? And there's nothing wrong with that. My criticism would be I don't want 10 songs on an album to have that effect, to sound like that. But yeah, if they want audience participation, I'm sure I would be swept up in the euphoria of it. And I think the lyrics were quite positive, weren't they? I heard some snippets there about talking about seeing past the divide and the echo chambers of social media, and we need to stop being so divisive and try and look at cooperation rather than what divides us. I know that we hear that a lot now in music, but there's a reason for that. We are living in an age of populist politics and uncertainty, aren't we? So it certainly resonates in that regard. Yeah, the voice, I'll come back to you on that. I agree. Good rock voice, isn't it? It's like almost a bit like Pink, isn't it? You know, the explanation if she was a bit more aggressive. And clearly we do talk about her a lot as the greatest rock singer. And that is Lizzie from Hailstorm. She's certainly drawing from that same register as well, isn't she? Yeah. So I did like that as well. But yeah, I'm just going to repeat, and I speak for Andy, the guitars, give me more. And then give me another solo, because the solos were quite enjoyable, weren't they? You know, they weren't playing blues rock. They were shredding it. But I'd bring another video in the next few months maybe with this band. What do you think, Andy?
I think give them one more chance on us, maybe a different style, to see if there's anything else they can offer for those, especially as they're listed as symphonic metal. So I'd like to see where that goes, because we know bands like Nightwish are in there and we like Nightwish. So maybe there's something more in there that we can draw upon. But anyway, if you like this video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like and share, and we will see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.